In this week's community response video, we asked you what your favorite horse was, and man, did we get a variety of awesome answers. Howdy Cowpoke, AustinBMX here, and welcome to this week's community response video, where we ask you one important question and you give us your feedback and possibly get featured in this week's video. Well, this week we asked what was your favorite horse and why, and man, did we get a variety of answers, and you guys definitely stepped up the game. So as you are aware, there are a lot of horses in the game. They all have different attributes, different levels of stamina, health, speed, acceleration. We've actually done a few pretty great videos on the subject, and you guys definitely responded back in those videos, so we decided to make this week's community response video all about horses. Now, we have had a couple of videos showcasing the 3 new roll horses. Well, I guess they're kind of still new. They are the newest horses in the game. One, just a big overview of their stats, their speed, their acceleration, and which one we thought was good. And then we actually had a deep dive where we actually bought all 3 of those horses, ranked them all up, and did a good comparison them. So make sure you guys are checking out those videos as well if you want any good information on those 3 horses. And of course, we also had our video showcasing El Cheapo, which you don't see him in this gameplay. I'm not sure why he didn't show up, but hey, I guess I should have jumped to the stables and got some gameplay of El Cheapo. But make sure you guys check out that video all about, doesn't really matter which horse you ride as long as you have the great equipment, and that's kind of where we feel. I love a lot of the horses in the game. I do own quite a lot. I own a Brenton, I own a Quadruber, I own a Criolla. I'm pretty sure I own a Missouri Foxtrotter, the Champagne one. I also own an Arabian, the chestnut that you get early in the game if you were on PS4 at the very beginning. You got it for free. All of them are great, and of course we own El Cheapo, which is a $50 horse in the game. I ride all of them, have a lot of fun. My favorite one to ride is actually the Quadruber, and a lot of people agree with that. The Brenton is fantastic as well. I do ride El Cheapo quite a lot though, just because it's fun to have a horse that no one else usually in the posse has, no one else usually in the game has, although there are quite a lot of them. Usually every NPC we run into, we got the same horse. So they don't tell me, hey, that's an amazing horse you got, like you do when you got some of the other horses, but it's definitely fun to have a different horse. So that's why our number 1 tip in the game is just to buy any horse that you like, that no one else has, because it's sometimes fun to be unique. As long as you got the great equipment on it, it doesn't really matter. So let's jump on into your guys' comments and see what you guys think your favorite horse is and how they compare to everybody else. So first up, we got Pony Express. Great name for this type of a question. And she states, she's fallen for the Brenton the last few weeks. It's a nice sturdy horse that takes a fair amount of terrible direction skills like a champ. It won't take every bullet shot at you, but it sticks around for a good amount of the time before fleeing. The Arabian is far the last horse you'd ever buy again. While it's a touch faster than the rest of the horses, it's very skittish, will not hesitate to leave you or get mauled by eating animal or shot on sight. The Brenton is super great. You actually see us playing with it here in this gameplay. A lot of people have agreed to that, like Smokey. Smokey says a Brenton, as long as it's named Smokey, is the best horse. Hits trees like a champ, gets up and keeps on going. Least favorite of any horse that bucks you really easily. That is true. Any horse that bucks you off, as soon as it sees anything, even a rabbit or a snake, definitely is not that great. Moving on to Brenton, we have Midnight. Midnight says the Brenton, it doesn't buck him off, even with cougars or grizzlies. It's beefy and does not have skinny stick legs like most of the horses, and is not clumsy. Then we have Typical Eric says he loves his Brenton, it's his favorite horse, but his least favorite is the Criolla because it's super skittish and never comes to you when he hears a grass blade move in the wind. If you could sell any horse, it definitely would be that one. I agree with you, man. The Criolla definitely didn't do it for me. I definitely own one and rode it quite a lot. It is a super fast horse, has great stamina, great health, but it was super clumsy when I rode it. You guys might have different experiences with it. I know a lot of people actually even in the comments said the Criolla, but for me, it definitely didn't do it. That's what I agree with is use any horse that works great for you is the best. Also with the Brenton, we have Crunch Cowboy says the Gray Steel Brenton is king. And Benjamin says the Brenton is fast enough and doesn't get scared. John says my favorite horse was the level 20 Brenton. Horse is tough and robust, has a decent speed, and the riding assist wherever I run into trees was great. I definitely agree with that, man. The Breton definitely could bounce off anything. His least favorite is the Arabian. Don't know why it's so overrated. Nothing special with the horse and a waste of money. There are a lot of people that like it. I think it is kind of skittish, but it definitely is fast. Then we had a lot of comments about the Quadruber. This is actually my favorite roll horse. Christina comes on and says, my favorite is a level 20 Quadruber. He is totally clear in the head, remains sovereign in every situation, whether a pack of wolves, cougar, bear, or crocodile. Also for bounty hunting or combat, he is king. The Quadruber takes every bullet while he dies between your legs. His tall size, full stamina, and health make him a real multi-champion. Agreeing with that is Mr. Death Sir, the Black Quadruber all the way. Anything else is dog meat and glue. Millen says the level 20 trader horse, the Quadruber with a good saddle and stirrups is the best. Think of the word, says the Black Quadruber, called Harriet Tubman, helping me through the 1800s wilderness. With the saddle you suggested, it's definitely great. Kenneth says the level 20 trader horse, max health and stamina. So Mystic comes on with something a little different. He says his faithful steed, and we've seen it quite a lot, is the Tiger Stripe Mustang, Nisqually. With the right saddle, she'll keep up with anybody. His backup, of course, is the Golden Turkoman, which we have seen tons of comments about the Turkoman as well. He also has the Criolla and the Quadruber. In the stables, it would be nice to get a bit more return on horses that you don't want anymore. Definitely true, man. If you buy a horse, you don't like it, you can't even get any money back. Even $100 would be fantastic. He's ridden them all from the Arabian down. He settled on one to like to ride and that no one else is riding. That's definitely awesome. Unique is great. It also fits his native character, well, owning a wild Mustang and riding off into the sunset. That's totally what we agree, man. Get something that you really like in the game. All the horses are pretty great, as we mentioned in our El Cheapo video. They all have different attributes that are better than the other ones. If you're not looking to win every single race and that's all you're doing, doesn't really matter to have the fastest horse in the game because they all can keep up with each other fairly well. If you're not going strictly for bounties and getting shot at a million times, you don't really need the Breton or the Quadruber, which can take a bullet like crazy. So just jump in there, find any horse that you like the look of, pick it up, get the right equipment, and ride off into the sunset and enjoy yourself. So of course we did get tons of other comments talking about the Turkoman, the Missouri Foxtrotter. We had some of the Arabians, of course. Everybody loves all the horses in the game, and that is great to see. Not one person or not everybody is stuck on one particular horse. It's great to see a variety of horses in the game. It makes it more of the Wild West, right? Not everyone had the same horse anyway. So it's great to see that everyone loves a big selection of horses, and that's fantastic. But one horse in the game that had a couple of comments, and it's not really actually even a horse. But Alex here says, no joke, he'd drop 100 gold bars on a donkey if you could buy one in the stables. Totally agree, Alex, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Comment down below if you guys would buy a donkey as well. I would love to have an entire posse riding donkeys around. We've had a couple people ride them if you could find them. There are a couple donkeys in the game. It's definitely a lot of fun. I would definitely, don't know if I'd drop 100 gold. Actually, I probably would just so I could ride the donkey whenever I want. But that is awesome, Alex. I agree with you, man. We definitely need a variety of different horses and other animals to ride. Some people mentioned some of the things you can ride in Red Dead 1, including buffalo and other things like that. That definitely would be a lot of fun and bring some different aspects of the game to make it more of a humor fun things, which have a lot of fun in the game, which is like we like to do anyway. So that concurs and brings us to one takeaway from this entire video. Ride what you like, ride what you enjoy, and just have fun in the game. Every horse in the game is pretty good, definitely as long as you have the right equipment on it. The horse, don't focus so much on having the fastest horse or the best horse. Everyone asks me, hey, what horse do you ride? What's the best horse in the game? I suggest anything you want to ride to get you from A to B, because there's so much more in this game to do. Just ride and have fun, play with some friends, hopefully jump on the posse, or jump into some of our live streams and ride around and have fun. Doesn't matter what horse you ride as long as you're having fun. So with that brings us to the end of this video, and definitely make sure you guys are checking out the community tab. Get your comments in on next week's question, or it's kind of going to be a drawn out question. We're going to ask, with the Moonshiner update coming up, what's your favorite thing that's being added with this update? We've got a couple of things already being added that we know about so far. You might have to wait to post on this comment until later in the week when we hear some more information, but we want to have a great community video next Monday talking about the new roles and everything that is getting added. So you can definitely comment right now and let us know what your favorite thing so far, or you can wait until later on in the week when we get some more information and hit us up then. But hey Cowpoke, if you like this video, make sure to smash that like button. If you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel for more Red Dead Online content, including tips and tricks, news updates, gameplay, just good old-fashioned fun. Hope to see you on the prairie sometime, but until then, see you later.